Okay, in this video, what I wanted to do is I wanted to go ahead and break it down to you in regards to what it takes to buy a car. So the first thing you want to know, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type everything out as we go, so that way you'll see exactly what I'm doing and my thought process behind it. So the first thing you do, I have a Word document, and we're going to buy a car. Okay, so um, our goal is to purchase a new car. Okay. So the first thing you need when you buy a car is you need to know a few things. First thing is what's your down payment amount? Down payment. Okay. Next thing you want to know is how much can you afford? So what's your monthly payment? Okay. Now, when people purchase cars, a lot of times they don't take into consideration everything else that goes with a vehicle. So when you buy a car, yeah, you're going to want a down payment. You're going to need to know your monthly payment. But on top of that, you're going to need to know some other factors. Factors such as gas, okay? Factors such as insurance, and factors such as maintenance. Oops, I spelled it. Okay. So, you need to know the purchase price. Okay. Not only purchase price, but you also need to know total cost. After taxes, license, and other fees. Okay. So these are the things that you need to look at. What I'm going to do is also I'm going to go ahead and pull up a calculator so we can see everything that's going on here. Okay. So these are the things that you need to know. I guess the most important thing that you want to know now is what can you afford. So what we're doing is we're reverse engineering. We're not going to take a car amount and say, okay, I want a car that costs 20,000, because there's so much other things that go into that. The things that we need to know is how much can you afford, and as far as a monthly payment, and how much do you have as a down payment. Okay, because these are the things that really matter to you. So when we're doing this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and reverse engineer. So I'm going to press pause real quick so I can go ahead. Actually, I'm not going to even press pause. We're going to go ahead and take some examples. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to Google. I'm going to go to another Google page. Okay, so I have two Google pages up. First Google thing I want what is the average car payment in America? Okay, so as you can see, the average is $551. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put 550. So our monthly payment is going to be $551 based on the Google research that we just done. Okay. So now that you know you have $551 to spend a month, we want to know how much you have down. Say you're buying a $25,000 vehicle. Let's go ahead and say let's go ahead and do this. What is the average price of a car sold in America? Okay, as you can see right here, let's do, this is the average new car price. We're going to take this figure right here. We're going to take this figure of 26,000, fully loaded. So 26,000. So the purchase price is $26,000. Okay. Now, as you can see, starting to get somewhere. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to Google auto loan calculator. Okay. And then we're going to do a little bit of math. So the purchase price that we came up with was $26,000. Now we have to do some math. So we're going to take that $26,000, and usually it's about 11% with taxes and fees and everything else. So the $26,000 is going to come out to $28,860. Okay. So now we need to know how much. Usually people put anywhere between 10 and 20% as a down payment. So we're going to go ahead and just stay conservative. We're going to go ahead and just say $2,000. Okay. So now the $28,860 is the total cost minus the $2,000 as a down payment. It's going to leave us $26,860. So we're going to go ahead and plug that number in here. $26,860. Okay. Now remember, this is what the monthly payment is. So we want to get to that 551 number that we saw on Google. So, okay, 8.5%. Okay. This is actually the average length of time that someone goes. So we're actually okay. So the average length of time, from what I've seen over the thousands of reports that I look at, is 72 months. So given our figures that we've Googled, $26,860 after the $2,000 down payment with an interest rate of 13.8% for 6 years gives us a $551 car payment. Okay, so now we have that figured out. Okay, now we have some of it completed, but now we don't have everything. So now the next things we need to learn about is gas, insurance, and maintenance. Okay, because all of these things add up. So we want to make sure that we're doing our complete research before we even go to the dealership, because we don't want to go there, spend a whole day driving around in cars, talking to salespeople, talking to the finance people. We want to know exactly what we would qualify for. Okay, so let's go ahead and kind of do some numbers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to Google again. What is the average Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're just getting all of our stuff um, put in here. Okay, so right here it says 16 miles to work each way. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do some math. Based on the car that we chose, it was a 2019 Camry. So it was a 2019 Camry. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see what the gas mileage is for a Camry. Okay, so we have 29 and 41 right here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the 29. It's 14. We're going to call it 14.5 gallons. And what we're going to do is we're going to say what is the cost of a gallon of gas. I'm in the Bay Area, so I'm going to use these numbers from the Bay Area. Thought I just saw something, so. Alright. Okay, so we're going to use this figure right here, 345. That's what it was 2 hours ago. So we're going to go back to our Word document. It's $3.45 per gallon. Okay. Commute. We're going to put 30 miles per day. Okay. Gas tank. 14.5 gallons. Okay, we're going to do some math. 14.5 and it's $3.45 a gallon. So it was what, $50.03 to fill it up. Okay. And we're gonna pretend like we drive only one day during the week, so we're one day on the weekend. We're gonna keep with the same theme of 30 miles per day, so we're gonna times that by 6, and then we're gonna times that by 52 weeks. Okay. So we'll see how many miles we get with that. 30 times 6 times 52, 9360. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to go a little bit further in depth. Okay. Let's go back to our mileage. We're going to go ahead and $29 plus 41 divided by 2, so we can get the average. We're going to go ahead and use 35 gallons as an average. 35 miles per gallon. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the 9360 and divide that by 35. No, yeah. 35 miles per gallon for gas, so we're going to go ahead and times that by 14.5 gallons. So for a tank, you're looking at 35 miles right here, 35 miles per gallon times 14.5, we're looking at about 507 miles. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit further. We're going to take our 507 miles and divide that by, actually we're going to take the 9360 and divide that by 507. It's going to give us I'm going to call it 18.46 tanks of gas. Okay. Keep in mind, these numbers are very minimal. Um, I'm in the Bay Area. I drive 33 miles each way. So these numbers are really low. The average amount of miles driven a year are probably closer to 20,000 in the Bay Area. Well, it depends on where you live, but you know, for the sakes of this illustration, I want to give you guys some good numbers. Okay. So what I did is I multiplied $50.03 by 18.46 Phillips. And that gives me $923.55. Okay. Based on this number, you're going to need at least one oil change for synthetic oil, I mean. That's going to run you probably somewhere in the range of $75. You're going to need 2 tire rotations. That's about $29. $59.98. Okay. So as you can see, I'm just reverse engineering everything that we need to spend money on. Car washes. Okay, you're gonna get at least 45 car washes, at least. Let's just say that was an average of $8 per car wash. Very, very, very low. This is if you do it yourself. If you have all the stuff to do it. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna say $10 per car wash. That's another $450. Okay. We haven't even calculated insurance, but again, what I'm trying to do is give you guys the way to reverse engineer. So what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go to Geico, quote, and what we're going to do is I'm going to get a quote. I'm going to use a Hayward zip code. Okay. I'm just making some things up, so we can go ahead and get a figure. Okay. We're going to do a Camry. We're just going to do a bottom of the line LE. And we're just going to keep it simple because we're financing that vehicle. So we're going to be commuting. Okay, remember we used that number 30, which is 15 each way. Okay. We're just going to stay way down here. They're recommending this amount. We're going to stay down here. Okay. Okay, we don't want to add another vehicle. Again, we're just trying to get a figure. Okay, we're gonna call this person a married person, so that way they get a better rate. We're gonna say they rent. We're gonna say that they have insurance. Um, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do 100, 300. We're gonna say that the person got their license at the age of 16. Oh wait, how old were you when you got your driver's license? How old were you in your first license in a different country? Okay, so that's nothing. Highest level of education, we're going to say this person has a bachelor's degree. Employment status, we're going to say that they're, let's see, we're going to say they're in customer service. Okay. Oh, we're going to do the same thing for this person. Okay, we're going to use the same figures. Everything's going to be the same. We're going to say she has a bachelor's degree as well. Okay, we're going to say that she works for a private company. We're going to say she's customer service as well. You can see there's a little bit of research that you need to do when you're buying a vehicle, so that way you can make sure that you can afford these things. Okay. Okay. So all we're trying to do is get a quote to see what this is going to be. We need to know how much insurance is going to cost. Okay. So what we're going to do for this illustration, we're going to take this figure for the 6-month premium, and we're going to divide that by 6 months. So 681.38 divided by 6. So we're looking at 113.56. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what this maintenance cost is going to be. Okay. So we're looking at $75 for an oil change, $59.98 for tire rotations, and $450 for car washes. So we're looking at $584.98. So let's put this in here. 584.98 divided by 12 months equals 48.75. Okay. So now we have our figures all put up. 923 divided by 12 months equals 923. We're looking at $76.96. Okay, so let's go ahead and run these figures. These are the numbers that we're going to run. We're going to run that. We're going to run that. That. And that. This is going to give us our total for the monthly. $551 plus $113.56 plus $48.75 plus $76.96. Okay. So as you can see, the $551 that we thought our car payment was going to be is actually $790.27. Okay. So these are the things that I want you guys to really pay attention to when you're trying to do things. If you don't pay attention, this is how repossessions happen, because people go in trying to purchase a vehicle, and when they do that, they're expecting one cost, but they don't calculate everything else that accumulates. Now again, the mileage is really low. This does not take into consideration when the gas goes up, or when the gas goes down for that matter. It doesn't take that into consideration. Again, the mileage is probably going to be double that, which means the maintenance is going to go up as well. Again, the car washes, we're only looking at 45 car washes, depending on if you drive your car dirty or not, unless you want to wash it yourself. But even if you go to a car wash, if you go where they wash your car, they're going to spend 30 bucks. Okay, so we're not taking into consideration all that stuff. So this is what I'm talking about when I say reverse engineer. You got to see exactly what it's going to cost you. You know, if you're doubling the mileage, you're going to have two oil changes. You're going to have 4 tire rotations. At that point, you're going to be getting to the point where you might need tires. You might need more advanced maintenance. You know, they have the 15,000 mile maintenance package that you would have to get. So these things all come with a cost. So in this video, like I said, my main point was to drive home how to reverse engineer a car payment. Just wanted to kind of get you in the mindset of how to do that, the things that go into it. And I'm sure there's things that I may have forgotten in here. You know, things like going over the bridge. Are you paying tolls? Are you paying for parking? All that stuff is not calculated. And there's a whole lot of other things that could be added. This is just the bare bone minimum that I wanted to kind of point out to you guys. So if you guys like the video, please give me a thumbs up. If you think you know somebody who might benefit from this video, share the video with them. Share it on your social media pages. That way, you know, I can get the word out. You know, my main goal is to try to help the people get as much as they can get based on what they have. In another video I'll be coming out with, we're going to go ahead and talk about budgeting and how you can fit a car payment into your budget. So with that being said, thank you for watching this video. If you stayed to this far, I appreciate you, and you guys have a good day.